Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the flight deck. Hope you're all doing well. Good to see everybody here. Oki, good to see you. Hope you've been well. Haven't seen you for a bit. And Kevin, I know you're in here as well. How are you doing? Welcome back to our tour of Canada. We're on leg 2. We are currently up in Thunder Bay, and we're going to be heading westward up into the province of Manitoba, flying up to Winnipeg. We are using sim add-ons scenery for both Thunder Bay, which you'll see as we move around, and Winnipeg when we arrive. Lemon Wolf, hello. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. So let's hop on board and start getting the aircraft set up, and then we can start getting the passengers and bags on board. Catering's already there. Cabin crew are putting it all away. There we go. So we can get into the cockpit here, and we can get set up. There's beautiful Thunder Bay Airport. So you can see outside the window. Very nice. We're here at gate 5 today. Lemon Wolf, yeah, we're doing this in the Retro Air Canada livery. I thought it'd be a, well, there's Kevin over there in his Nord Air. I thought it'd be a good one for this tour of Canada. There's the airport, you can see. It's a nice add-on for the flight sim, and Winnipeg we're going to by the same company. We're going to see a lot of their work through this tour of Canada. Oki, oh, sorry to hear that. Hope you get up to 100% soon. That's not good, sir. Not good at all. Anyway, we're here on VATSIM. There's nobody else currently here in Thunder Bay, but good news is we do have some ATC up at Winnipeg. We'll see if they stay there, and we'll see what happens there. Anyway, time to get the aircraft up and going. Alright, cockpit preparation is done. Parking brakes are set. Ground power is connected and external power is available. We'll turn external power on. It's good to see you again, Oki. We have the batteries on both sides, and we can tell them to start loading passengers and bags.
Boarding requested.
Alright, so let's carry on with the setup. Adhere's coming on. Evac sign to Captain Purser. We'll turn on the signs in the back. We'll get our lights up. There's the overhead nav lights to system 1. And we'll come down and we'll crank the bottom as well. Get those panel lights up nice and bright. Crew oxygen coming on. There we go. Generators 1 and 2 are on and in fault. Packs 1 and 2 are on and in fault. Cabin heat, we're going to dial down 1 notch. Same for the cockpit. Again, packs are on and in fault.
Want to board crew?
No, just get everybody on board.
Passengers boarding starting.
Emergency exit lights are now on. Icing indicator, standby compass is on, and cargo heat is set to cold. Let's come down here. We'll pop over to Roger's side. Over to received messages, and then we will come over to my side and into the FMC. So we're good to the 14th of June on our database. That is all good there. We can initialize, and we will get them to send us the flight plan. I'll also log in now, get this set up. This should be preset. I believe I changed the time to 2015. I did, right, this is in, this aircraft is set up in pounds, which always throws me off. There we go. So let's re-import from SimBrief. There we go. So 41 minutes to departure. We're all set here, and that is good. Ground services, everything is open. Bags are going on board as we speak. Come take a look. See them loading in the containers now. Today we have 141 or 143 passengers, 6.8 thousand pounds of cargo, 15.5 thousand pounds of fuel. You got your lid exam tomorrow. Well, good luck with that. And all these big ones, like you said, can affect your GPA. Alright, so we've got that in. Flight number today, we are flying Air Canada 8306 as our flight number. Cost index for the Airbus is 25. We're going up to an altitude of 360 flight level. We'll bring in the winds, climb and descent winds. And we'll come over to here. Block fuel for today is 15.5. It's 15.5 thousand pounds. And let's get our zero fuel weight and our center of gravity. For that, we're going to come over here. We're going to cheat the system quickly. We're going to tell it to instant load. Resend the load sheet. Come over to ground services. We're going to bring back the jetway and open that door. There's GSX passengers coming down for the flight. We'll pop over to Roger. There's our preliminary load sheet. I don't want that one. I want the...
Good evening, Center Japan Air 5, Heavy Fuel Flight 310.
I want the final.
Japan Air 5, Heavy Winnipeg Center, Squawk 0656.
Looks like Winnipeg Center has come up online.
Squawk 0656, Japan Air 5.
Interesting. Let's resend that. And my radio was already set to their frequency. 1240. Sorry, wrong button. 1240. Interesting. Well, we'll call him in a minute. I'm just going to switch off until we're ready. Alright, so back over to Roger. We'll grab our final load sheet. So our zero fuel weight is 129.1. 129.1. And our zero fuel weight center of gravity is 29.9. Alright, so that is now all entered in. Reserve fuel for today is going to be, I just got to pull up the actual flight plan, 2.2 thousand pounds. Goes there. That is now set and into the flight plan. So, winds today in Thunder Bay are 120 at 8, so we're going to be going off on runway 7. 120 at 8, 20 miles of visibility, few clouds at 1800, overcast at 2600, currently 15 degrees, 3001 is our altimeter. So we'll set that while we're here. 3011. Set that over on Roger. And we will set it in our standby. Which wants it in metric. Of course it does. So we'll just 660 feet. We're also going to uncage our artificial horizon. There we go. And now we can plan our departure. So we're going to be departing on runway 7, as I mentioned. Runway 7 is the main departure runway. And 7,300 feet. So runway 7, we're going to go off on the CYQT 9. And we'll insert that. We'll then proceed on course. And then for our arrival into Winnipeg, winds are currently variable at 5, but the winds have generally been out of the south to southeast. So I'm looking at landing on the Arnav Zulu on 18. So arrival since there is no ILS for 18. RNAV Zulu 18. We're going to be going in on the NORAC 4. That one. And we're going to be going in on Govett. Alright, Lemon Wolf, good luck with your exam tomorrow. Thanks for dropping in. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Alright. So that is that set up. We can now come and do our performance calculations. So YQT runway 7 dry surface. We are going to have flaps 1. We're going to have packs on. We'll load our final load sheet. We will bring in the weather. Thursday, you've got your ATC selection. Oh, fantastic. Well, good luck with that. There is no doubt in my mind what the results will be. All right, so our V speeds are 134, 140, 140. We're pretty light. We don't have a long flight today. So 134, 140, 140. We're going to be down 0, 1 and 58 degrees. So flaps 1, 0.1 down trim, and a 58 degree flex. That's all set up now. And we'll come over here, we'll accept that. And he can go over now into the flight plan. Alright, so let's call up and get our clearance.
Thank you very much, Chair, to Winnipeg via the second route. Winnipeg 9, correction, the YQT 9 departure, runway 07 and squawk 0633 for another 87.
Order 837, readback is correct. Push and share your discretion, calling for taxi.
That's 10% my discretion, calling for taxi. Thanks for another 87.
Winnipeg Center, good afternoon. Air Canada 8306, Gate 5, Thunder Bay, looking for our clearance out to Winnipeg.
Air Canada 8306, Winnipeg Center, cleared to Winnipeg via the Thunder Bay 9 departure. Flight plan route depart runway 07, squawk 0613.
Roger, runway 07 via the Thunder Bay 9 departure, and then cleared en route and squawking 0613.
Air Canada 8306, readback is correct. Push and share your discretion, calling for taxi.
Roger, we'll call for taxi 8306. All right.
Seabird 29, Quebec, just confirm squawk.
So we want our
0622.
squawk code of 0613. That is now entered in. We are good to do the departure and then carry on. So our turn point is going to be 1,700 feet, and then we head out from there. So if we come down here and look at our flight plan, we have ourselves out to 1,700 feet, and then our first waypoint on our route is the VBI
Seabird 29, Quebec,
VOR,
flight level 380.
which is right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear out the disco. Not going to allow us, eh? And yeah, clear out the disco. We'll insert that. That means that as soon as we turn on the autopilot, we'll be good to pop out. Or did that just delete everything out of my flight plan? No, we're still there. So we're going to head out on the runway heading, then we'll pass through 1,700, and then we're going to turn out to VBI, which will be good. So we're going to give ourselves, we're just going to do a quick read of the departure, see what it says anything about altitudes. Initial climb, maintain 4,000 or flight plan altitude, whichever is lower. So we're going to set 4,000 feet. So we're going to climb heading 074 for vectors, no right turn below 1,700. We'll be doing a left turn. and then we'll be heading off to VIB. We're going to set our heading though, 074, just to hold that. Oh, everyone is on board, so that's now set. All right. So MCDU is set. We have clearance. Altimeters are set. 3011 transponders over to 0631. PWS GSC are now on. Fueling, loading, and boarding is complete. I'm going to bring up the APU. And we'll get that up and running. While that's happening, let's take a quick look at our route today. Alright, so we're here in Thunder Bay, just on the edge of Lake Superior. As you can see, we're going to be taking off and then turning up to the northwest, flying up to VIB, then into Govett. At that point, we'll be doing the arrival into Winnipeg. This is Lake Winnipeg up here. The town of Winnipeg's at the bottom. And we'll be basically doing like a left-hand sort of pattern around landing. Planned at the moment on 1-8, doing the RNAV in on 1-8. Once we're on the ground in Winnipeg, we're going to come down. We'll probably exit down around Kilo or off on 13 to Victor. We're then going to come around and taxi up to the terminal, and we'll be looking for gates 8, 9, 10 in that area there. So that is the plan for today's flight. We'll see how that progresses. Alright, looks like the APU is almost up and running. I received one bad value on my lab, which requires me to take medications. Oh, well, oh yeah, they probably want to see how long it'll be before, if the medication stabilizes it over the long term. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, hopefully everything works out. Alright, APU bleed is on. External power is now disconnected. Takeoff data is set, 134-140. FCU is set. We are managed 074 and 4,000 feet. Flight directors are on both sides, and radios are set. I'm going to tune in the ground controller, currently in Winnipeg as well, just in case. 1219 is what he is running on. So if he is there when we get there, have to click the button. There we go, 1219. Alright, so we are all good there. Quick check outside. Ground equipment is all clear. Doors are all closed except for the L1. So let's come over now. We will bring up our page here into ground services, and we will tell them that they can pull the jetway, close that door, and chocks and GPU can be removed. We'll turn on the beacon light. Looks like Kevin's already pushing back, and fuel pumps are now on. We're going to have to wait for Kevin, because that is the exit point that we want for the taxiway. And unfortunately, we're going to be facing each other. So Kevin, unless you think you want to let me push in front of you, I will have to wait for you. Actually, what I'm going to do is, my stream, I'm just going to go ahead. Let's get rid of that over there. We don't need that. Let's call for push. Press pushback. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get you back in the skies with us, Oki. So we are all good there.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, so they're coming in to hook up. We'll come over here and we'll bring up the flight. There we go. You don't mind? Okay.
Departure checks completed.
So
Bypass
beacon lights are
inserted.
on. Pumps are on. We're ready to go as soon as he's hooked up. There comes the tug. Air North doing the honors today.
Locking gear.
And we are going to go nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
And transponder on. Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Push is starting. Engine mode selector to ignition. Starting engine number 2. We'll give it a listen from inside the cabin here. Nice view of the hills to the south of Thunder Bay there. Alright, looks like a good start on engine 2, starting engine 1. And this should give us the brake command in a second. Nicely lined up.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Now it is a short flight today. We're not going to be spending that long in cruise. So really this is done either by a Q400 or a RJ, CRJ. Looks like we have a good start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, generators 1 and 2 are on no faults. Ignition mode selector to normal. Probe heats are on auto. Anti-ice not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on no fault. Flaps 1 plus F. Flight controls. We wanted, let's go in here, 0.1 down.
Unlocking gear.
There's full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. APU bleeds are off, APU is now off. FCP is managed 074 degrees, 4,000 feet. Engine instruments are checked in green.
Right is clear.
Tiller is on. Nose lights will come on in a second. Auto brake set to max. Wheel temperatures are fine this time. where is our guy? There he is. It's right behind the pillars. There, that's better. And there is the flag. Thumbs up, gives us a wave, and away he goes. Alright. So taxi light comes on. Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 8306, ready for taxi.
Air Canada 8306, runway 07, altimeter 3011, taxi right at your discretion. Alpha, backtrack runway 12, hold short runway 07.
Roger, taxi Alpha, backtrack 12, hold short 07 for Air Canada 8306. Alright, brakes released. So we're not gonna go up onto any other taxiway, just out to 12 and then backtrack. We'll hold short at 07. So ground spoilers are armed and
Order
TO config, no blue.
7, altimeter is 3011, follow Air Canada, and hold short runway 07.
Roger, altimeter 3011, follow the Air Canada, and hold short runway 07 for Northern Air. Thanks.
No, they're slow. And again, I was a little bit rushed with my setup today, and I've forgotten a couple things. Little add-ons for the flight, not a big deal, but is kind of annoying. Mainly packs, but that's fine. Let's get her around. That is a tight turn. We'll ignore the grass there. Probably should have swung a little bit. Whoa, that's the tillers. A little bit. Probably should have swung a little bit wider there. Kevin's got the right idea. Alright, so that's the apron where I parked my plane when I was flying up here. Oh, what would that have been? Almost 12, 13 years ago when I did my trip out to the Rockies. Alright, so we're coming up for the runway, so we're going to turn our lights on, strobes on, turn off lights, take off lights, taxi. We'll come down here, we'll throw on TCAS as well, and weather radar up and going. Let's turn on the train radar. And we're going to be backtracking 12, and then we're going to hold here at 07. You can see the hold line there. A little bit of a bump that I am sure is not there in real life. Alright, so lights are on. Cabin's notified. Weather radar is on. Transponder, TCAS is all on. Just let them know. And Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 8306, holding short 07, ready to go.
Air Canada 8306, backtrack runway 07 as required, call me ready.
Backtrack 07 as required, Air Canada 8306. We're going to go around and then turn around. That's the VOR, if you've never seen one in real life. Looks like that. And circled around it are a bunch of smaller transmitters that send out the frequency adjustments for the radials. Looks pretty cool. Alright, fairly wide runway. Should be able to get her to swing around it. This is the runway we landed on when we came in. Alright, let's get ourselves turned around here. Gonna get a, looks like we're gonna have a slight right-hand crosswind. There we go. And brakes are set. You went for 1-2 when we came in. I was on 07. Oh, was that right? I can't remember. Oh yeah, 1-2. Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 8306, ready to go.
Air Canada 8306, call me in the air. The Thunder Bay winds 120 at 8, clear for takeoff runway 07.
Good for takeoff 07, Air Canada 8306. Alright, engines to 50%. Clock is running. Engine stable. Brakes released. Takeoff power set. Manflex 58 degrees. SRS runway enabled. Auto throttle blue. Hey, Dead SDK, you joined us for takeoff. We're leaving Thunder Bay, heading to Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, Northern Air System, we are short of runway 07, let's go.
100 knots.
Code Air 837, backtrack runway 07 as required, 5 for wing.
A little bit of bumpy. V1 and rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Just hand fly up for now. Gears up, speed brakes are retracted. Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 8306, airborne through 1400 feet.
Air Canada 8306, you're identified. Climb flight level. Yeah, climb flight level 360, turn left heading 360.
Climbing flight level 360, left turn heading 360. Air Canada 8306. There we go, 360 and throttles back to climb mode, and we're through S speed, flaps up. There's Thunder Bay down below. Beautiful day to go flying again. Lovely afternoon here in, well, I guess we're getting up into northern Ontario.
Air Canada 8306, you can proceed direct to GoBit on course.
Roger. Proceeding direct to Govit on course, Air Canada 8306. Alright, we got a nice direct to
Northern
there.
837, ready to go.
He's sending us right to Govit. So we
Northern
are
837, you're calling in the air, Thunder Bay
off.
wind 120 at 8, clear takeoff from 807.
Rudder call to airborne, clear for takeoff from 807 for Northern 837.
turn
Center
radar,
Japan
come off.
F5 all requested climb to level 320.
And Air 5, climb for level 320.
Climb to 320 Japan F5.
There's 7,000 feet. Alright, you can see our top of descent, our top of climb and top of descent. There's not a lot of space in between them. And it is a short flight. I think airtime is only about an hour, so it's not too bad. There's 9,000 feet. Once we're through, we'll pull up the ATIS for Winnipeg and
Winnipeg,
see
Northern
what they're
837, we're
doing.
through 1,300.
Northern 837, you're identified, climb flight level 360.
10,000 feet, so
Okay,
landing
so
lights will come off. We'll turn off those lights as well. Everything's up. Seatbelt signs can come off. We're going to start accelerating up to our higher altitude climb speed.
Northern 837, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, Northern 837.
Alright, so let's see what's going on over in Winnipeg. And what we have going on there. So, ATIS. Weather is variable at 5, 15 miles, scattered clouds at 47, broken at 25,000. It's 30 degrees. Wow. It's a lot warmer. IFR approach, RNAV Zulu or Yankee runway 18, information ATC of requested approach. So we're doing the RNAV Zulu on initial contact, landing and departing runway 18. So everything's runway 18 at the moment out in Winnipeg. And currently there's a 737 going to be leaving there, heading to Toronto, and the two of us going in. So it's fairly quiet at the moment. So while we're climbing up, since we're not going to have any in-flight entertainment, let's look at how about some Gamers Lounge today?
Northern 837, you can proceed direct to Victor Bravo India on course.
Direct to Victor Bravo India for Northern 837.
Alright, so it looks like Kevin is getting the waypoint, so I'm cutting that little corner off, so that'll help keep our spacing a little bit. So we're just going to go and check our flight plan for the arrival. Again, we're doing the NORAC 4 arrival. RNAV Zulu 18. The NORAC 4, all runways. So if we hop down, there's NORAC. And then it should be Anaxu MLOV should be a 5,500 foot hard constraint, which it is. And then Album a Loki. And then from there around to Udall. And that should be a hard 3,500. So we're going to change that to 350 or 3500. There we go. And then we're also going to clear out the manual. disco. So that should connect us now through. So if we go to our flight plan, we're going to switch to standard first. We go into plan mode and into our flight plan. There's our top of climb, top of descent. There's Govit. Yeah, see, we're gonna fly up, and then we're gonna make the turnaround, and then come in, and then land. So that is all set. We are happy there. Back to our standby at standard pressure. And again, we are in the Air Canada retro livery. Leaving Lake Superior. Climb it out on course. So tomorrow will be the last stream for this week. On Wednesday, we'll be flying the DC-3 on our tour of the U.S. capitals. Flying from, I think we're in Hartford, Connecticut, over to Albany, New York. So that's tomorrow's flight. And then we won't be back until Saturday when we fly, or not Saturday, Monday when we're back on our world tour. No streams after Wednesday. I have things I'm doing with family. So if you've never been in this part of the world, it is pretty much called the land of lakes. Literally thousands of lakes through here. Nothing but trees, lakes, and rock. We're into the southern part of the Canadian Shield, which is a big granite cap over this part of Canada. And very rugged, very scenic, and a lot of beautiful fishing lakes and cottages and places like that up here. But this whole area is like this up until we get just into the Manitoba border, just on the other side, when it switches over and becomes the Canadian prairies, which we should see that happen actually. I'll try to remember and point it out. But yeah, this whole area for thousands and tens of thousands of square miles of nothing but little lakes, a few big ones, lots of trees and lots of wilderness. Just monitoring the aircraft now. I usually don't mind throwing on the entertainment, but I think it's such a short leg, and we're not going to be in cruise very long anyway, and we're going to have to be talking to ATC. So we'll just sit back, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Hey Brian, how you doing? How's your work schedule going? I think we're heading to a place where you've been a few times in the last little while here, off to Winnipeg. Isn't this the one you got froze out in like February? So I did a poll on the website. I think we've pretty much got the results in. I'm just going to go check what the actual numbers were. I was looking pretty much one way until yesterday when I took a look, and we seem to have split the... yeah, it's an even split between... So the question is on the longer flights, the several hour flights, at what point should we split the flight? Like, is a 6 hour stream too long, a 4 hour stream too long? What do you think? So if we were to be doing, you look at the amount of time it takes to set up for a stream, we're looking at half an hour to 40 minutes. So just over 3 hours of flying time before we would cut the stream. So I would say maybe anything under a 4 hour air block to block, you could probably do. Anything more than that, I would split it. So that's what I asked on the poll, and it's an even. The 8% was at 6 hours, 8% was at 5 hours, but tied at 42% was a 4 hour split point, and the 4 hour split point, and the other one was don't split it, I want to see every minute of the flight. So those are even. Unfortunately, with some of these flights, we can't run them because YouTube only lets you stream for 12 hours. And some of these flights are like, we did the 747 cargo run in the F1 series, and that was 14 and a half hours of flying. So we couldn't stream that solid. I think I'm going to go with splitting it after the 4 hour mark. Just makes a little bit more sense. And it gives a little bit of a break to not only myself, but to you guys as well. So we'll probably do that. But anything that's under 4 hour block to block, we'll run it through all the way. And Brian, you just did Winnipeg, Toronto, Ottawa this morning. Yeah. I'm actually flying up to Sault Ste. Marie next week, and I'll be in Ottawa at the end of the month for a day. It's something I'm going to do, and then later on I'm heading down to Washington. I'm doing a little bit of a museum tour. Some museums. I've never been to the Bush Plane Museum in Sault Ste. Marie, so I'm going to go up and see it. It's been years since I've been out to the Canadian Aviation Museum, so I'm going to go see it. And they've revamped the Smithsonian in Washington, and I've never been to that Stephen Herzog Center at the airport where they got like Air Force One and the space shuttle. So I'm going to go do that as well. So, hey, Butter001, hello, welcome to the stream. So I'll be doing some trips there and checking things out. But it's a nice day now. It's opened up in the clouds a little bit. I'm surprised it's overcast given the heat. You figure there wouldn't...
Winnipeg Center West at 665 with you at 36,000 feet.
There wouldn't be a lot of visible clouds at the higher temperatures unless it was starting to build. But if you did it in the morning, I'm a little bit surprised.
WestJet 665, Winnipeg Center, squawk 0667.
0667.
Alright, we're about 21 miles from top of climb. I am doing very well, thank you. enjoying my flight. Having a good afternoon here. Brian, what's the Winnipeg Museum? Is it got a specific theme, or is it just a general one? And yeah, so I just saw a thing on the news before the stream started about an evacuation near Ottawa due to the fires. So yeah, I can see that. Because I know like the Sault Ste. Marie Museum is all bush plane
Push it 665, you're
stuff,
identified,
so
level 360, welcome.
that's why I'm looking forward to that one. I've never been, and people have told me about it. So I'm gonna go up there and check it out.
West at 665, requesting step 5 to flight level 380.
Push it 665, climb flight level 380.
So we're 150 miles from Govett, but we're going to be beginning our descent before that. You can see there's our top of descent marker coming in already. And we're not even at top of climb yet. So, but once we hit top of climb, we'll be about 120 miles out of descending. Again, short flight here today. Just going to check the music volume, so give me a second. Alright, well, the sound's there. I turned it up a notch. 1 decibel. We'll see what happens. Alright, coming up for flight level 360. And then we'll slip into cruise mode. We're at our cruise speed of Mach 0.78. There we go. Top of climb. Top of descent distance is now 115 miles. So I'm just looking at the forecast in Winnipeg. There's showers for the area, but not until after we arrive. Looks like they're going to get some convection storms brewing. Winds are going to be all over the place and picking up speed, light showers in the vicinities, and the thunder cells starting to build. But again, that's between 22 and 01. So that's in another hour and a half. We'll be down on the ground before that's even a possibility. But it could be an interesting evening in Winnipeg with some storms tonight. We'll see how that goes. You can't wait to go to Poland. Oh, yeah, you're off to Poland, are you? That's somewhere I've never been. I worked with a few people that were from, or at least Polish ancestry or from Poland. And I always wanted to go visit Warsaw and a couple other places. So it's on my list of places to go visit. And of course, there's so many of these places nowadays that you want to go see. just so we can get a nice outside view. Oh, that's the cockpit. There we go. Fairly quiet since it's technically a cabin view. If we went into the showcase camera, oh boy, that would be noisy. The Vickers, yeah. Been on one of those when I was a youngin'. Wasn't an Air Canada one though. It was BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation. It was a Vickers Viscount flying from London Heathrow to Dice up in Aberdeen. And I would have been 11 at the time. Connie, yeah, never flew on the Connie. I knew someone who flew the Connie. Used to have great stories about flying that thing. And don't know anyone that flew the Starfighter. That's the... Oh, which one's the Starfighter? Is that the 104? CF 104? I don't remember over the top of my head. You got a pick of the cockpit. Oh, nice. So I don't know if I've told this story, but I'll mention it. So when I was a kid, my parents threw me on an airplane and sent me off to visit my aunt for a month in the UK, Scotland. 11 years old. So yeah, F-104, that's what I thought. So we got thrown on a BOAC 747 over to London and was taken to the next plane up to Dice, middle of the day. And sitting in the back of the airplane, Kevin, yeah, they did. A lot of early crashes due to the low speed flight characteristics were horrendous because of those short little stubby wings. Yeah, a lot of the one station in Germany crashed on exercises and stuff. Anyway, got put on this airplane for Dice, and it was a Vickers Viscount that was not repositioning, but it was going up to from London to Dice midday. Their busy times were the business crowd, so morning and evening. So there's only one other person.
Step climb to 29, correction, flight level 400.
So there was only one other person on board. And so I was sitting in the back, and the first officer came through, co-pilot, saw me there, and then went up to the cabin, or the cockpit was up, and just before they pushed back and closed up at the gate, the head stewardess came by and said, "The captain wants to see you." So I go up to the cockpit, and he's like, well, there's no point sitting back there by yourself. They put down the jump seat, and I rode the jump seat in the plane all the way from London to Aberdeen. And that was a big 4-engine. Was it a turboprop at the time? No, I think it was a piston. Anyway, big 4-engine, the Vickers Viscount. That was a pretty cool flight. Pretty cool experience. Anyway, there's their top ascent marker coming in. So let's start looking at our arrival. Bringing up the route map again. So here we are. We're flying. We're missing VBI. We've been given a direct to Govit here. So that's going to bring us in on the NORAD 4. So we're going to hit NORAD 4. We're then going to fly up to Anaxu, make a right turn to Iprup, make a right turn to Elmov, Ublin, and then as we come up towards Oloku, see, Sweden's another place I'd want to do. Sweden, I'm looking at going to Norway next year. We'll see if that pans out. Anyway, Album to Oloku. As we approach Oloku, we're going to make a left turn around, coming in where we're going to be heading into Uldal, and then down on the RNAV for landing. And again, once down, we'll probably get off at Kilo, and then we'll taxi in over to Terminal 1, and we'll be going to probably asking for gate 8, 9, or 10 in that area right there. So that is our plan. So now we can start looking at entering our stuff. Emirates A380 at YYZ when we pulled in this afternoon. Yeah, she arrives in the I think it's Wednesday mornings. Or she leaves Wednesdays. And I think arrives on Tuesdays. So she overnights and then she'll leave tomorrow morning. I think they do 2 a week, maybe 3 a week. Let's see. I'm going to grab the Winnipeg weather. Alright, we're starting a little bit of heat issues out here. So we're up on the prairies now, and the prairies are like 2,000 feet. It is at Calgary. Airport elevation out here at Winnipeg, 784 feet. And as you can see, the density altitude is 2,900 feet, giving us 31 degrees. So based on that 31 degrees, we're not retracting flaps all the way once we're on the ground due to heat expansion of the hydraulic fluid. But the winds are 140 at 7, a little bit of visibility, probably haze. Scattered clouds at 5,000, scattered at 25,000, 31 degrees, wow. Bit of a slightly lower pressure at 2987. So we'll just do a couple down clicks here on the standby, and we'll adjust once we're set in. A little bit of cloud information and then that note about density altitude. Home, you live right next to Tequila 2-hour drive. Oh, that's cool. That's one of the things I like about in Europe is you can travel. It's so easy to get around to different countries. I haven't been on the mainland on the continent in about 10 years, but I love going France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany. You know, you just travel around, hit multiple countries in a couple days. So let's get our weather in. It's going to be reminding us. Yeah, there she is. All right, so our QNH is 2987. Temperature 31 honking degrees out. 140 at 7 is the winds. Transition altitude of 18,000 feet. That is absolutely standard over here. So our altitude for our minimums is 1,032 feet. And that is now in on the barrel. Of course, that is a non-precision approach. If we had an ILS, it'd be lower than that. Not much, a little bit, because the airport altitude is 780. Probably be about 200 feet, but because it's not precision, it is a little bit more. All right, so that is all entered in. And shortly we'll ask for descent. Departed on 18 this morning. Out of Winnipeg, yeah. I think the winds, just looking back through the METARs, the winds have been pretty stable. So this is Western Ontario. We're not sure where. Kenora is up here somewhere. Spent the night here when I was coming back on my cross-country trip. Not sure where the airport is. But once we leave the lake area, it goes for a little bit more, and then all of a sudden it's a pretty abrupt change into prairies. So ground is still up in Winnipeg. I wonder if the center controller has told them we're on our way. It is very flat. It's flat all the way to the Rockies. Many, many years ago, I rode my bike out to the Alberta Rockies, and I remember riding out through this area, and the whole thing was when we got to a hill or a little depression with a river, it was such excitement because look, a change in the landscape.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, Winnipeg Center, Roger, stand by, you're clear, 7 minutes here.
Alright, British Airways coming in. He's heading to Portland. He's going to be coming into the airspace shortly. Another British Airways heading to Los Angeles, about to leave the airspace. And we got that Japan airline heading from New York to Tokyo, which is just north of Winnipeg right now. Just 12 miles out. We'll give them a call at 10 miles.
29, Quebec, you'll leave from airspace 2B South. Salt Lake is offline. 3 ounce services are terminated. Cleared on. Have a good one.
29, Quebec, now receive a call. Thank you very much. Thank you, service. Right, thank you so much.
Yep.
Well, and that's why they do it. Every 15, 20 miles or whatever, they do a jog in the road to keep you awake. Winnipeg Center, Canada 836. We're coming up on top of descent, looking for lower.
Air Canada 8306, when ready to descend to 10,000. Density requested approach. Winnipeg winds 140 at 7 altitude 2987.
Roger, when ready to send to 10,000 on the Novak 4 and 2987 for the altimeter, Air Canada 8306. Alright, down to 10,000 we're going. So 10,000 is set. We're going to do a managed descent.
Air Canada 8306, are you planning the ILS from 13?
Negative, I had planned the RNAV for 18, RNAV Zulu.
Air Canada 8306, yep, okay, that's fine. Expect the RNAV Zulu on 818.
Roger, RNAV Zulu 18 for Winnipeg, Air Canada 8306. What are the winds? 140, and the airport runway length, it's 8,000. We could have done the ILS, but that's fine.
In order 837, when ready, you can descend 11,000 and advise requested approach.
Okay, descend to 11,000 when ready, and we're just after the there, so we'll send to the Yankee 13. And that's the ILS Yankee 13.
Order 837, yeah. We'll see if we can get work. You can expect the ILS runway 13 from now with Mike switch to the RNAV 18.
That's right, we can turn back to the RNAV 18 anyways if the myself and the there for another 87.
Alright, so we're going to bring our speed.
Order 837, that's fine. Just plan the ILS 13 for now.
Roger, sending the ILS 13 for another 87. Thanks, William.
Over to 280. Now, Norvac, we do have a speed restriction of 250.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, Winnipeg Center.
This is calming you down? This controller is calming me down.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, yeah, apologies for the wait. You cleared to Saskatoon via the Saskatoon 8 departure. Flight plan route depart runway 33, squawk 0610.
Just going to keep a little bit of speed brake out just to prevent us from slipping over that 280 speed.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, read back correct, calling ready for taxi.
At this point, we'd be telling the cabin we are 30 minutes from landing, but I think it's slightly less than that. So Novak, we have to be below 14,000 feet and 250. So we'll go to 250 as we come up to it. Airport's coming in line. 40 minutes from takeoff. See by the clock. I know. That was the aircraft going, hey, your speed brakes are out. Govit coming up. Ground controller is still up at Winnipeg. .121.9, which we have entered in. So it looks like we're going to have a slight left-hand crosswind as we come in. Again, winds are not too strong, only 7 knots. So it's going to equate to about a 3-knot crosswind.
Kilo Sierra Charlie, runway 33, altimeter is 2989, taxi by the APN, your discretion, Bravo, hold short runway 33.
I love how we can just put them in slightly, pull them out again. So you can see we're in still got a little bit of mountainy, lakey type of stuff over here, but it's starting to flatten out. And as you look in towards Manitoba, you start getting the prairie fields and everything. This is the border between the rugged northern Ontario lakes and forests and the flat prairies, farm country. Lead plane models. Wow. Or LED plane models. I haven't done modeling in years. I always thought I should get one of those little airplane models, like if I could get one for like since I fly a lot of the Airbus A320, see if I can get one probably in Air Canada colors. I don't think I could find one in Fly UK, but that would be pretty yeah, I know the speed brake is out. I am controlling my speed. Alright, so we're 16 miles from Norak. Kevin's coming in behind. Winnipeg has 2 arrivals. That's coming in. 3 departures. There's the WestJet and a Flare, I I think, heading to Thunder Bay, and another Air Canada heading out to Toronto. Oh, you got a Wiz 321? Yeah. Those are bright colors on Wizz Air, man. They really do stand out.
We're 26 top, we'll start calling back in a minute. Break Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie. Just say your intentions, airport.
Alright, coming up for 10 miles. 270.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie Roger, call me in the air. The Saskatoon winds 360 at 17, gusting 22, clear takeoff from 933.
There you go. If you look out there, you can see there's your prairies. Pretty impressive flying over here. You can see all the farmers' fields and all that stuff. Alright, 2987, I believe, is what he said. Yeah, 2987, so let's go over to local pressure. 2987, both sides. 2987 is set. Up there. There's 260. 3 miles out, we'll go right down to 250. Actually, that's not my restriction. So we'll 265 or 260 for now. That's for another runway. Big red speed restriction caught my eye. Didn't read it properly.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, identified, climb 5,000. Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, up to 5, say climb 7,000.
Winnipeg ahead of us.
Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 82.
Kind of pointing off towards the airport at the moment.
Golf Kilo Sierra Charlie, turn right heading 0960.
Oh, there's a freeze.
06 radio.
There we go. We're out of it. Kevin, how's your airplane doing? Any freezes so far today? That was my first one. You bought it on the airplane. Oh, I was doing the what do they call that? Onboard shopping. It's pretty cool.
Winnipeg Center, Air Canada 82.
Air Canada 82, Winnipeg Center.
Okay, we're holding short runway 13 at the Winnipeg Airport. We're ready for departure.
Air Canada 82, call me in the air. The Winnipeg winds 140 at 7, good takeoff from the 13.
Speeds coming back.
Runway 13, Air Canada 82.
Air Canada 8306, descend 3000.
Sending 3000, Air Canada 8306. The Anazoo has a 250. Well, I had one for about, what was that, 3 or 4 seconds. There's the airport. Right over there. There's Winnipeg itself. Lake Winnipeg is up there. It's a massive lake, actually. Alright, let's keep going down. I hate when it does this. Alright, so there's 10,000 feet. Lights are on, turn off lights are on, strobes are on, taxi light, the seatbelt signs are all on. We don't need landing systems since we are doing an RNAV. RNAV? RNAV. It might have been loading in. That's a good point. I can see the airport there. We'll see what happened. I don't know why it would do that because I have loaded into that airport before when I got it and installed it. Intercept altitude for the RNAV is, well, recommended 3,500.
26 Papa Victor, Vaspy is a little deceiving. You're not in my airspace, that's all Edmonton's now. So just Bonnet Unicom 122.
We'll see what it gives us. So there's the river that runs down through the city. There's the train line, big freight yard. Runs up, and then the lake is, kind of see the lake there, Lake Winnipeg.
Winnipeg Center, Canada 82, we're at 4,000.
There he is. Just took off. I don't know if you can see him. I can make him out.
Air Canada
Right
82,
there.
your identified climb flight level 350, proceed direct to Sidpo on course.
And we're making our turn.
Okay, direct to Sidpo on course, and up to 350, Canada 82.
All right. So we now have some speed restrictions coming up, but we're going to activate approach phase. We have a 210 knot restriction. Our clean speed's 211. That's close enough. Into manage mode we go. There's the traffic going past us. So, we're supposed to be on vectors. And since we are under the controller,
Air Canada 8065, Evelyn, cleared RNAV, Zulu 918.
Roger, after Evelyn cleared the RNAV Zulu 18 for Air Canada 8306. Right, so we'll just make our turn. Coming down to 3,000 feet. We're going to go final approach. So, approach nav, which we've all got programmed in. Alt final of 3,000 feet. Looks like we're getting lightning flashes out here. I was talking about CB build-up, but wish I'd fixed that in the weather model. Okay, so the approach course is set. Flaps, we will do, I'm going to go flaps 1.
2,500.
Flaps 1, start bringing the speed back. Oh, what is flashing there? Oh, our airspeed. Speed brakes are armed. It's 3,000 feet. Speed coming back, making our turn. Approach mode is armed. We are on app nav and final alt. Should pick it up as soon as we've made the turn. Brake set low. That's set. Coming around now. Yep. I went flaps one. We were still descending down. It's quite different out here in the prairies. It's very flat. And this goes like all the way from here to the Rockies, a couple thousand kilometers. And this stretches down into the States, and that's where you get the American Midwest, farm country, all the same
here, Charlie. You want to make some?
chunk of land. And you see dead level horizon. Coming around.
12 kilos here, Charlie. Proceed directly Saskatoon VOR. I'll have your hold clearance shortly.
We're looking good. And again, the airport is custom scenery from Simadon.
Descent to 3000.
There's the airport ahead. Here's the runway. See how she does intercepting the vertical profile. That's starting to come in.
Class station calling out is readability 0.
There we go. Down we go. Line up.
Air Canada 8306, Winnipeg winds 140 at 7, clear to land runway 18.
Clear to land runway 18, Air Canada 8306. Gear down. There's that crosswind coming in from the left. Yeah, thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. 170 knots, flap 3.
Sunwing 42 Golf, Winnipeg Center, you're cleared to Winnipeg
160, flaps full. Gear down 3 green, flaps full, lights are on, speed brakes armed, auto brakes are armed. Cabin is notified, landing memo, no blue.
Sunwing 42 Golf, just confirm the squawk code was 064.
Yeah, huge temperature increase up on the prairies here.
Sunwing 42 Golf, feedback is correct. Push and your discretion calling for taxi.
There's that lightning. We're on the aeronaut profile.
Winnipeg Center, flare 1081, holding shoulder of runway 13 at Winnipeg.
Clear 1081, line up away, runway 13.
No, it's flare 1081, lining up on 13.
Minimums. Whoa, lightning strike. Yeah, minimums are coming up. There's going to be no issue. A little bit of a haze, but not seeing any other issues. It's a bit of a stronger crosswind than I thought it was going to be. It's not dying down. In fact, the winds are picking up. So I have control.
Above. Winnipeg Center, can you confirm that it was flare 1081 that got clearance to line up on 13?
Minimum.
Landing.
Flare 1081, yes. Line up away, runway 13.
100.
Flight 1081, line up on 13.
20. Retard. 5.
All right, welcome to Winnipeg. It's manual braking, 60 knots reverse idle, reverser's off, and we'll get off here at Kilo.
Order 1, or correction, order 837 by CAD cleared for the ILS runway 13.
Thank you, Oki.
Cleared ILS 13 for Northern 837.
Winnipeg Center, Air Canada, 8306, clear runway 18 at Kilo.
Air Canada 8306, contact ground at 121.9, have a good one.
21.9 for Air Canada, 8306, good day.
Okay.
Taxi via Echo, Foxtrot, Papa, crossing runway 18, hold short runway 13 for Air Canada 241.
Winnipeg ground, good afternoon. Air Canada 8306 on Kilo, looking to taxi to gate 10 or thereabouts. Said I wasn't going to pull the flaps all the way up due to that high temperature.
WestJet 286 Winnipeg ground, confirm you're squawking low Charlie 4713. Air Canada 8306, taxi via Kilo to the gate.
Roger, taxiing via Kilo to the gate, Air Canada 8306.
WestJet 286 Winnipeg ground.
WestJet 286.
Confirm squawking 4713.
Squawking 4713.
Alright, so we're going to go Kilo, which is going to take us all the way around to the far side, and then we'll swing back around and go to the gate. That keeps us clear of this traffic that's coming out. Stand 10 or 11. I'm going to go for, well, I don't know where this guy's parked, but I'm going to be parking by that WestJet there, so he looks like he is, what's that, second one in? He's about 11, so I'll go for 10 or 9. I don't know, whichever one that is beside him. Alright, let's slow it down. Again, we're not pulling the flaps up because any temperature 30 degrees or higher, and it's currently 31 here in Winnipeg, you do not retract the last stage of flaps. That is due to, in the heat, the hydraulic fluid in the lines will expand, and if you withdraw the flaps completely, you have a risk of overpressuring the hydraulic system and blowing out the seals. So you leave them extended one notch to decrease the pressure on the flaps. There is our gate. So this is Sim-Add-On's Winnipeg, as you can see. Looks very nice. We are going to go for gate... Let's go for gate 7.
Contact Winnipeg set, Westjet 26.
Gate A, B, what? C? Yeah, let's go gate 7. There they are. Gate 7, Kevin. Gate 7 is where I am. Alright, so get the lights off. Get our nice up over the nose position so we can see.
Alright, over to Winnipeg Center on 124. Decimal have a good one. See you. The Canada 201.
Remember to get the tiller on. And there we go. Tiller on. Oop. Definitely overswing it. Watch our guy there. There we are, coming in. Yeah, I was gonna say, buddy, you got us kind of offset there. And we are here. So, brakes on. Yeah, cut the engines, I know. Let's get our ground crew here. GPU and chocks are in. We'll go up to the overhead. Ground power is connected. Aircraft is now running off of ground power. Engines coming off. There's the power switch over to ground. Bring off the lights. Beacon. Oh, I left my strobes on. It's all there. Fuel pumps are off. Flight directors are now both off. And we can tell them we are going to deboard.
The boarding requested.
No. Stop. Bring that out. Alright. Here we are. Well, guys, thank you very much. Glad you flew along. Kevin, thanks for flying. Okie, hope to see you in the air again soon someday. Everyone else, thanks for coming along for the flight. I know it was a short one, but it is fun to see the country from the air. So we're back again tomorrow. U.S. Capitals flight, same time, 1930 Zulu. Take care. We will see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Passengers are boarding started.
Winnipeg